Hey there, welcome back friends. In this video we will talk about inversion of control and dependency injection. So let's get started. Alright, now before understanding the concept of inversion of control, let us try to understand the usual object creation process. So for example, we have a class by the name of test, and inside this class we have a method display. Very normal, very usual situation. Now if we wish to create an object, it is very simple. We will simply type in the name of the class, which is test. Then we will give the name of the object, maybe t, and we will make use of new keyword and call in the constructor. So in here it could be like test t equals new test, and we would be able to create an object, right? Pretty simple. Definitely we need to also make use of a semicolon after the statement, but that's okay. Alright, so this is the entire process. How we can create an object, we need to make use of the new keyword. Alright, now as soon as we create this object, we have this object with us, and using this object we can definitely call in the method or accessing a property inside a class. Well, this is usual stuff. Once we have an object, we can do all sort of those things. Now friends, in this entire process, we are creating an object by taking help of Java. Now this is usual, this is nice, this is good, but there could be a situation where, for example, we are making use of an interface. An interface is being implemented by number of classes, and we may wish to use different object in different type of scenarios. There are different requirements, and in those kind of scenarios, this particular usual way is a little limiting, and this is not a very good solution. Rather, in a situation where we would like to have a component based programming, where we can remove or we can update a component, we can use any object based on our requirement, this old way is not up to the mark. In order to handle this, we have a Spring solution. What we can do, we can outsource the process of object creation. Indeed, we need not to make use of the new keyword at all in our program. Even then, we would be able to create an object. So the entire process of object creation can be outsourced, and it will be taken care by Spring. As a result, as the control of object creation is being given to Spring, as a result, the overall concept is known as inversion of control, where we are giving the control to Spring, rather keeping the control by ourselves. So Spring will handle the object creation by itself, and the concept of giving the control to Spring is known as inversion of control, where we are inversioning the control of object creation. Alright, now moving forward, let us check the scenario. For example, there are different type of scenarios, there are different type of requirement in our application. Now if Spring controls the object creation process, then dynamically we can inject required object into our business logic, and this is pretty much possible. The concept is known as dependency injection, where we can inject object based on our requirement, and this is again known as dependency injection. Alright, so there could be different type of requirements where we can inject object. Alright, now this could be a little confusing. Let me quickly show you a piece of code. So this is a piece of code from our last video, where first of all we have created this context variable. This is nothing but a reference to our bean factory. Bean factory is what? Bean factory is the place where Spring keeps all the object it creates. Alright, so this context is nothing but a reference to the bean factory, and using this context we can extract a object from the bean factory and assign the object to this my car object. Well, this is fairly straightforward, but in here take a note of it. Get bean, and we simply give a name. Whatever bean we need, we can simply ask Spring, and Spring will give it back to us. And this is very convenient because in here we need not to worry about creating an object, whereas in here we can dynamically extract object from the bean factory. So this is handy, this is good, and this concept of injecting a object from the bean factory to a class object is nothing but dependency injection. Car is what? Car is nothing but a interface in our application, and we have created a object based on the car interface, which is nice, which is cool. But now we are injecting a object of car type to this reference, and this is possible, and this injection is done without making use of new keyword, and this concept is known as dependency injection. Alright, so having said this, this is a very short and simple code which is easily understandable, and in our forthcoming videos we will check more very important concepts under Spring. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, have a nice day and take care.